We have hit the
bro.
bottom. This,
What have you done, bro?
I haven't done anything. Blame Marky D. This is his fault. Because I wouldn't have found out about this if it wasn't for him.
Yeah? Please stop watching them, bro. Please.
But he gives us the best content to review, Austin.
No, dude. This was by far one of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life, dude.
Well, Austin, I mean it's known as the worst wrestling show of all time. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this review of a little something called Wrestling Heroes from 1999, aka the worst wrestling show ever made. It lived up to that, let me tell you. Especially the main event. My
This,
God. Oh my God. So, you might be wondering, what is Wrestling Heroes? If you never fucking heard it, it is notorious for being the worst wrestling show of all time, bro. Like,
yeah.
genuinely, that's all. When you look it up, that's all that fucking comes up. Like, when you look up
This
this show, all that comes up is just, oh, worst pay per view of all time, worst show of all time. So,
it is god fucking awful, bro. Like god awful, dude.
oh, sorry, this was Heroes of Wrestling. Jesus Christ.
I don't
So,
fucking
this
care.
event
It was bad, bro.
This event took place on October 10th, 1999 in the Casino Magic Hotel and Casino in St. Louis, Mississippi. This was so. If you want to know a little bit about this, here's a little more info for you as well, Austin. It says here the event was meant to be the first in a series of pay-per-views that would feature popular wrestling stars from the 80s and early 90s, but plans for the franchise were abandoned following the event, which suffered from a poor buy rate and several controversies, including the main event, which we'll talk about. Oh my god.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Oh my god, there were so many people that were approached to be on this show and they fucking declined. Jesus Christ, man. We'll get to that after we fucking review this. So yeah, this was Heroes of Wrestling 1999. This was fucking bad. It is known for being the worst wrestling show ever, and it lived up to that name. This was basically they wanted to had the old school wrestlers from the 80s and bring them into the 90s, into the new millennium. And even during the show, they were saying, like, oh, this is for wrestlers that don't have a place in the wrestling business anymore. Yeah, you wonder why, man. You wonder why all these fucking old, out of shape, fucking geriatric fucking dudes don't have a place in the wrestling business anymore. But the commentators was Dutch Mantel and fucking I don't remember the other dude's name. But this
That
was
was like
so
some
bad.
random ass name, bro. I don't even
It was
fucking
it
know.
was Randy something I forget, but this was bad. This was so fucking bad. And this was supposed to be a celebration of like old school wrestlers and shit. Like this is supposed to be like the thing said the first in a series of these fucking pay per views. Thank God there was only this one and not anymore. But there was like fucking what, like 7 or 8 matches on this fucking shit. Dude, this is so
It was
bad.
they were all fucking awful, bro.
There
They
wasn't
were
one good
all
match. There was not a single Good match.
It was a
So
legit disaster.
I'm looking here, Austin. The longest match was the main event, by the way. But
Crazy.
so they they show us graphics of everybody that will be seen throughout this show. It was so fucking cursed, and every single match was called a grudge match,
Yeah.
and we were like, "What do you mean grudge match? Like, what feud do they have?" Oh, they made up their own feuds. Trust me, there was segments where they made like attacks earlier in the day and shit. Like they were trying to make storylines with this. This fucking ass.
It was so bad. The entire time, usually I laugh during these, usually fucking the entire time you could ask Devon, I was just like, why? Please help. Why? Like this
No.
is awful. Awful, bro.
So there was 8 matches. So we started off with a tag team match with the Samoan SWAT team of Samu and it says the Samoan Savage, but they were saying it was Fatu with their manager Paul Adams and fucking Sika was there as well. And they went up against the team of Tommy Rogers and fucking Marty Jannetty. And we're just like, why? Like, why? The match is so bad too. And then fucking was this the one where they had fucking oh no, that was the fucking Too Cold Scorpio match. Never mind. I thought this was the one they had Captain Lou Albano on commentary.
No.
Oh man, we'll
No.
get to Captain Lou Albano. But
Ah.
yeah, this was so bad. The fucking Samoan SWAT team was so fucking out of shape. And fucking Marty Jannetty was wrestling in jorts with like no wrist tape at all. And fucking Tommy Rogers, I think we seen him in another promotion that we covered.
I don't
I
remember
don't remember
which
which
one.
one. It was either fucking WXO or WWA or some shit like that. I don't remember. But this is so ass, dude. This is straight ass. Like I don't even know what to say. It was just so bad. And like most of the match was the Samoan SWAT team. By the way, everybody had generic ass entrances as well. A couple people got pyro, but like mostly everybody that came out, besides like maybe one, two, or three people, got any type of fucking reaction. Most of everybody just got zero reaction. And the announcer wasn't even putting in any effort into announcing anybody either.
No.
We'll get to that when we talk about the fucking Iron Sheik match. But
Devon,
what?
I found a picture of Jake the Snake doing what he did on this show. I found two,
Alright.
Devon. So I'm gonna
Oh,
have to somehow make PNGs of these. Oh my fucking god. This
but
is
yeah, the
bad.
Samoan SWAT team was like dominating most of this match, and Siko was just on the outside. He just looked like he didn't know what the hell he was even doing there. Like nothing on this show had any point. Like nothing had any rhyme or reason to be happening. These were all just matches that were thrown together, and then they tried to lead you to believe that this was like some ongoing storyline that you had to care about, and it wasn't. This is just a bunch of old, fucking washed up, fucking out of shape wrestlers that shouldn't even have been wrestling anymore, wrestling on this show. And they tried to capitalize on fucking nostalgia, but the problem was half the people in the crowd were fucking children that didn't know who the fuck these people were, and the other half was like these fucking grown men that were fucking only hype about some people. They weren't hyped for this match, I can tell you that. No one gave a fuck about the Samoan SWAT team or fucking Marty Jannetty or especially Tommy fucking Rogers. Like, no one gave a single fucking shit, bro. Like, and all the fucking finishes to these matches were fucking terrible as well. Like, just everything was bad. The camera work was bad. The fucking feed was bad. There was audio issues. Like, this was like fucking WWA, where it's just like everything that could go wrong went fucking wrong. But this was worse than the WWA. This was worse, man. If you're worse than the fucking bananas in pajamas, you got fucking issues, bro. I don't know who the fuck booked this show. I don't know if it says on here. There's a section about fucking
Oh, you better fucking look it up, bro.
There's a section about the controversy. We'll get into that fucking later.
Because I would like to know, bro, who booked this shit.
So fucking it was created by somebody named Bill Stone. I don't know who that is. No, let me look him up actually. See if it's.
Fuck it, I'm sending these in the chat with Tyrese, and he'll just have to like understand why these are here.
Okay, and I'm not talking about fucking William C. Stone. Yeah, I can't find. Hold on, I'm trying to find like an image of him.
Enjoy those. By the way, those are the best quality I can get. So
Yeah, I cannot find an image of Bill Stone, so I don't know if it was the bald dude from the main event or I have no idea.
either way, he can go fuck himself, bro.
Okay, I found a picture of him. I don't think we saw him on the fucking show. So, he looks ugly.
Great.
But apparently he's the one that fucking booked this shit, so you can blame Bill Stone.
Well, fuck him, bro. Did you see the PNGs I sent?
I'm about to look at it now. Ew, I see it. Oh my god. But fucking, what did you think of this opening match, Austin? Because this shit was ass.
It was fucking terrible, bro. Like on it, this whole show was terrible, bro.
I don't even remember how the first match ended. I remember it just
Bro,
ending, and we were like, that was the finish.
it ended with fucking. I think it was fucking Fatu. I think it was him that hit the fucking
Oh
TKO
yeah, the
on Tommy
TKO.
Rogers,
Yeah.
and fucking it just ended.
Yeah, and then fucking they replayed the TKO like 3 times, and they're like, "Oh, this was such a beautiful move," and Austin was like, "It was ass."
Because it was, bro.
So yeah, that opening match was dookie, but it got even worse afterwards because we see fucking. So they say next is Greg the Hammer Valentine versus George the Animal Steel. And we were like, why? And then, I shit you not, they show George the Animal Steel and Sherry Martel, who is Sensational Sherry, arriving together. And George the Animal Steel isn't even in gimmick. right? And Austin was just like, bro, he's not even in fucking gimmick. Like, why? Like, they're showing him not in gimmick. And then deadass, they cut to a fucking backstage promo where George the Animal Steel is now in the fucking gimmick. Like, what the fuck? And then, oh,
this
Sensational Sherry, like, I think she cut a fucking promo. I don't even remember what it was about because I
it
was
was
looking
I
up to see
don't
if it was
know.
her.
I don't fucking know what it was about. None of these promos made sense. None of these promos mattered. Bro, this shit sucked, bro. It sucked. Like, oh my god.
So Greg the Hammer Valentine came out, and then he started cutting a promo about George the Animal Steel, and he was saying that he wanted his woman back. Apparently, Sensational Sherry was his woman for some reason, and we're just like, why? And then George the Animal
Which I
Steel. Oh,
mean,
go ahead.
it's not the case because I'm pretty sure Sensational Sherry, because she was Sherry Martel, was married to Rick Martel, but you know, sure, I guess.
So George the Animal Steel and Sensational Sherry come out, and he's like full in gimmick. He's so fucking out of shape, dude. So fucking George the Animal Steel. I'm pretty sure he
Oh,
fucking
here's something you forgot.
what?
Fucking goddamn Greg the Hammer Valentine said that, oh, George the Animal Steel, I want you to lay down and die.
Oh
Bro,
yeah, he said that in the promo. He was like, "I want you to just lay down and die." And I was just like, "Bro, I don't know if that was a shoot or not."
I don't know.
The
There
main event
definitely
was
was some
definitely a shoot.
shooting.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
that. We'll get to the main event because that was by far the worst thing on this show. But so George the Animal Steel could barely fucking get in the ring. He's so fucking old and out of shape. And so this match fucking starts, and fucking this was so fucking slow and ass, and for some reason the cameraman kept zooming in on Greg the Hammer Valentine's ass, and fucking at one point he pulled George the Animal Steel's fucking shirt over his head so he couldn't see, and then fucking Sensational Sherry started beating up George the Animal Steel, and fucking, and then the thing that pissed Austin off the most was Sensational Sherry gave Greg the Hammer Valentine this like little white thing. I don't know what it was, but it was a fucking illegal weapon, and he was using it on George the Animal Steel right in front of the fucking referee.
It was like WCW, just with it was worse than that. It was worse because it was blatant. It was just
Yeah.
blatant. No care. No care at all. Like,
And,
oh,
the
this was
referees
so bad.
the referees were so horrid on the show. They were so like I don't
Everything was horrid, bro.
I don't think the referees knew how to do anything but count to three. I think that's the only thing, and they didn't even do that right either. I don't know where they got these
No,
referees from.
probably the fucking back alley, dude.
They're
Like,
probably fucking workers at the casino or something.
probably.
But so he just does it right in front of the referee several times, by the way. And then they show a camera shot of Greg the Hammer Valentine putting the white thing in his trunk so you could see it sticking out of his fucking ass. And then fucking George the Animal Steel fucking oh, he took his fucking shirt off as well. And you could see all his fucking hair and his fucking sweat and his titties jiggling. It was so bad. And fucking the match was just so slow because George the Animal Steel was just getting his ass beat the whole time. And then once he finally got some fucking offense, it didn't matter anyway because fucking so Sensational Sherry kept getting involved in the match, and she would like secretly attack George the Animal Steel. And it's like I don't understand. Like if you're gonna attack him, why are you even his manager? Like I don't understand.
I don't fucking know,
By the way, they
dude.
said this was didn't they say this was a fucking Beauty and the Beast match or
Yes.
something?
No, it was a Beauty and the Beast grudge match, Devin, because all of them were grudge matches. Because what was the grudge? What was the fucking grudge, dude?
From what they said, fucking George the Animal Steel was with Sensational Sherry, and Greg the Hammer Valentine wanted his woman back. That was the grudge, apparently. When she didn't even want to be with George the Animal Steel anyway. She could have just went with Greg the Hammer Valentine, but no, they gotta have this fucking ass fucking doo doo fucking match. And just to make it even worse, the ending of the match fucking George the Animal Steel was leaning against the ropes, and fucking Sensational Sherry grabs the chair, and she blatantly hits George with the chair right in front of the referee. The referee sees it, and then fucking Greg the Hammer Valentine just fucking pins George the Animal Steel and wins. And we're just like, bro, the referee straight up just saw that chair shot and just did the pin anyway. And then then there because after that, fucking George the Animal Steel got mad and he fucking started eating the turnbuckle and fucking and then fucking he started chasing them up the ramp and then George Animal Steel like stopped and then he came back into the ring and then Greg the Hammer Valentine came back and fucking started attacking George the Animal Steel again, and then he ran, and then they ran back up the stage, and that's just how it ended. And we're like, what the fuck is this? And then
I
fucking the commentators are like, oh, that's why Greg the Hammer Valentine and George the Animal Steel, this is what makes them true heroes of wrestling. And I'm just like, bro.
I gotta also say, every single one of these matches, no matter how long they were, no matter if they were short, long, fucking in the middle, they always sat there and fucking draw the shit out to where people would draw, like the wrestlers would draw to the crowd, or like fucking play to the crowd before they left, and they would show all of it,
Mm-hmm.
bro. It was so long. It got to a point, bro, where I was just like, bro, I'm taking the piss break because it doesn't matter. It didn't matter, bro.
This was the shortest match, by the way. It was only 6 minutes.
Oh my god,
That's what it says on Wikipedia. It was only 6 minutes and 37 seconds.
that's
It felt
fucking
so much
atrocious.
longer.
That's so bad, bro.
Well, speaking of so bad, we get a backstage promo with someone named Julio Fantastico. So, if you want to talk about this, Austin.
Bro, he's just a jobber. I can't even be bothered, bro.
But
Fucking
he said he's fucking the greatest wrestler in the world and that he's going to win every single match from now on.
yeah,
And
yeah. He
he doesn't
fucking
take
retired in
two
2010.
he doesn't take fucking Too Cold Scorpio seriously, but that's his opponent, by the way.
Yeah, fucking this match was fucking awful. Like it was bad, but at least it had something going for it with Too Cold Scorpio at least. But what made it worse was Captain Lou Albano. Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
god. Bro, I fucking swear to Christ, if I ever have to hear this man on commentary again, I will strangle somebody. Bro, every move, even if it was just a punch. He'd be like, "Oh, that's so fucking devastating! It's devastating! Oh my god!" And then randomly, when he didn't know what the fuck to say, he would just be going like, "Billy, Billy, 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 Billy!" Like I'm not joking. Like it was the worst commentating I have ever fucking seen in my entire life, bro. I
By the way, we also found out from this, like him being on commentary, we found out that for some reason Captain Lou Albano is the fucking commissioner of this shit. So I think they were actually trying to make this a promotion because he was the commissioner.
Holy fucking shit, dude. But fucking so Too Cold Scorpio comes out and he's got dreads for some fucking reason. And everybody's talking about how, oh yeah, Too Cold Scorpio, he's gonna be something great in the next few years. Yeah. Okay. Um and fucking they have an okay match.
Oh,
Like
Austin,
it's not a
don't forget that fucking Too Cold Scorpio came out with the WCW
oh
World Heavyweight
yeah.
Championship.
He just came out with the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Never been signed to WCW one single bit. Never ever even stepped foot in the company. But WCW champion apparently.
Yeah, and
You
fucking
know,
Austin was like, I don't think that's legal.
because it's not, bro. It's not. Like, so this match was just like meh. Like it was pretty fucking awful. The finish was fucking first. Too Cold Scorpio hit the tumbleweed, and then he went for the fucking. I can't remember what he fucking calls it. But it's like a phoenix leg drop, and fucking. So he does that, but he completely fucking misses. Like completely. Like there is so much air in between his ass and fucking the face, bro. Like there's so much, bro. And he pins him 1, 2, 3, and then these dumbasses on the replay show the worst angle possible, bro. The worst fucking angle possible. That just shows how botched it was. Oh my fucking god, this was the worst thing, dude. This is like honestly, this whole show was the worst thing ever, dude. But like, this was like the only match that was kind of tolerable until that, and I was just like, besides Captain Lou Albano, because I will never, bro, in my life, if Captain Lou Albano is commentating, I'm muting the TV. I don't care, bro.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
was
care.
he was like he just wouldn't shut the fuck up, and also like I don't know what, like if he just had his microphone too close to his mouth, but like when he was commentating, like it sounded like the mic was like down his fucking throat because he was so fucking loud, and you could hear like the microphone fucking popping because it was too close to his mouth.
Bro, it legitimately sounded like like that's what it sounded like, bro. Like awful, awful, bro. Fucking terrible. But yeah, that was that fucking match. What was next? I don't
Oh
fucking
well,
remember.
it was the Men Down Under, aka the Bushwhackers, versus the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov.
They made the Iron Sheik look bad, bro. This is just fucking sad, dude.
Bro, before the match, we had a whole fucking thing where Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov came out with, it says the dude's name was, I'm probably gonna butcher this, Nikita Brenznikov. I think that's how you say it. But, so, he basically, like, the crowd's chanting USA, and then fucking he's just like, oh, well, fucking fuck you guys for saying USA. We're gonna sing the Russian national anthem. And then Nikolai Volkov grabs the mic and just starts singing the national anthem. It was so cursed. It was so fucking cursed. By the way, Nikolai Volkov looked fucking disgusting. Like he was wearing nothing but like his fucking red trunks and a pair of boots. And he was so fucking out of shape and saggy. Bro, it was disgusting to look
It
at.
was worse than George the Animal Steel. It was
Yes.
by far worse.
And Iron Sheik, like, he looked better, but not by much because Iron Sheik was also out of shape at this time. But it didn't matter because Iron Sheik had to do his whole show because he did the thing where he I don't know what it was, like these metal or whatever these like weight things were, and he was like swinging them around, and they're like, "Oh, Iron Sheik is trying to show how tough he is." It was just like what the fuck, and it went on for so long too before the match started, and fucking also was just like, "Bro, what the fuck are we doing? What is this?" And this got to the point, right, where fucking the bushwhackers come out and fucking they started licking children. I'm not even
Yeah,
joking. They were licking
yeah.
the children in the front row.
I'm just like, bro, you can't do that. You can't, like, so bad.
And the
Fucking
bushwhackers were
bad.
fucking more in shape than most people on this fucking show, believe it or not. And fucking so we
But
get
that's not
this.
saying much, Devin, because they were never in shape.
I know. So this match is fucking it's so ass, by the way. It was the fucking bushwhackers just walking around doing their walk and like holding their arms up and fucking yelling and fucking licking people, and fucking the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov just being fucking out of shape and fucking gassed and all this shit.
Bro, Nikolai Volkov could barely walk.
Yeah, he could barely hit fucking stomps too. Like, oh my god,
The
dude.
commentators were trying to sell it too because they were like, "Oh, Nikolai Volkov with the vicious stomp to the head. You could tell he's stomping the fucking mat, bro. You can see he's stomping the mat." And
This
it's just like, bro,
this tag team match got so fucking boring to the point where Austin was telling me he was like, man, like I'm really like trying to enjoy Iron Sheik, but I just fucking can't.
because I can't, bro. Like, what was this? Like, why?
Well, according to Bill Stone, the guy who made this, the show was supposed to be dream matches, is what it says here. So apparently, this was one of his dream matches.
This is a fucking nightmare. It was, bro. Fucking, especially the main event. Especially, dude. Oh my god.
So, fucking, um, excuse me, fucking, was it the Bushwhackers that won this match, right?
Yeah, what happened was fucking Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov were doing a fucking double team move, and one of the Bushwhackers moved, and then Nikolai Volkov hit Iron Sheik, and then the other Bushwhacker pinned him. 1, 2, 3. That was the finish. It, it was
Yeah,
so ass.
yeah, and then Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov just fucking leave, and then the Bushwhackers just start licking people again, and then that was that, and we were just like, why? Like this is so bad. And then after that, by the way, that match was only 8 minutes, if you could believe it.
Felt like fucking 20, dude.
Well, then we get on to our fifth match of the show, which was this was like at the halfway point. So we got a backstage promo, or not promo, but we got this scene of someone pulling up to the show in a limousine, and it turns out it was none other than Tully Blanchard, and fucking they try to interview Tully Blanchard, and then all of a sudden, fucking Stan Lane attacks Tully Blanchard. It was like the most like soft fucking attack as well. Like it didn't even look good. And then they're just like, oh my god, that he gave fucking Tully Blanchard such a fucking beating. And I was like, bro. and then fucking, and then we got this fucking, oh my god, we got this fucking promo from Tully Blanchard before the match, right? And this man went on the like most fucking impassioned fucking promo about fucking how he fucking hates the wrestling business and fucking how he talked about like the four horsemen, and he talked about he said the only reason Stan Lane even had a career was because he was Bobby Eaton's tag team partner, and he was just fucking not having it. He was going on bro, he fucking started yelling, and he was like ranting, and he was like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be doing all this screaming and hollering. That's what he said. And then he was just going on and on and on about how he was in the wrestling business, and then he left the wrestling business, and then fucking how he left wrestling, and now he's back in wrestling, and all this shit. Like, he was fucking just going on an old man tirade, is what this was. And then, so Stan Lane comes out. Apparently, he's what was it, fucking Sweet Stan Lane or some shit.
Yes,
And
I don't know why, dude.
he came out wearing a fucking robe, and fucking so he came out wearing this fucking robe, and fucking he had like this, I don't know, it was supposed to be like a sexy kind of gimmick, but at the same time it was just kind of lame. And I didn't even know who
Oh,
Stan Lane was, to be honest.
but Dutch Mantel said that all the women were infatuated with Stan Lane, Devon. What do you mean?
Fucking crazy.
So Stan Lane is one member, one half the Midnight Express. Fucking that was Jim Cornette's fucking main tag team. He like managed. So
Jesus Christ.
that's the only reason I know who Stan Lane is.
Yeah. So he comes out and he starts like cutting a promo about Tully Blanchard. It was just like, why? And then like and then Tully Blanchard comes out, and while he's coming out, like Stan Lane starts talking about what was the line he said about fucking the secretary?
He said, "I'm going to you come in this ring. I'm gonna ride you like a secretary." Like legitimately, like it was sus as fuck, bro.
Yeah, and then he said something about Tully Blanchard's kid, which if you didn't know is Tessa Blanchard. And fucking I don't know what he said, but fucking we did the math, and she would have been 4 years old at this time. So whatever Stan Lane said was fucking fucked. So, but yeah. So this match, it was all right. It wasn't the worst match, but it was just kind of boring. And there's like, oh, this is some real old school wrestling and shit, and like it was just really fucking boring. And then they like during the match they just kept cutting to all these women in the crowd, and there's like, oh, the women are fucking salivating over Stan Lane. Oh, the women they're infatuated with Stan Lane, and the women just look like they could not be bothered to give a single fuck. Bro.
Yeah,
Like, but they were just like, oh, well, they're so horny for Stan Lane. And I
this
was like,
show,
bro.
I must say, this show was so bad that most of the crowd was silent. Like pretty much 95% of the time, there were people sleeping in the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
Yeah, there was a dude in the crowd. I don't remember what match it was in, but they cut to him in the crowd. He was fucking snoozing, bro. He was snoring. He was fucking out, bro. That's how
Like
boring this shit was.
it was bad, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, this match ended with it was like the worst fucking ending, bro.
I was
So
laughing on the one part because they were on the outside, and Stan Lane like grabbed the fucking cord and wrapped it around Tully Blanchard's neck and was choking him, and Austin was getting pissed, and Austin was like, ref, 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 and the ref just wasn't fucking doing anything.
cuz it's ridiculous, bro. like, so Stan Lane hits fucking Tully Blanchard with a fucking back suplex,
Yep.
and all of their shoulders are down, and there's like a double count, and then fucking Tully Blanchard gets one shoulder up, and fucking he just wins. So fucking Stan Lane just attacks him and then leaves. Uh, that was it. Like, it's fucking so stupid, bro, and boring. Oh,
Yeah. It was fucking dumb, bro. Like all
well,
that build up for this match, and it was just fucking boring. And it just ended off a back suplex as well, of all things. But
it's so bad. It's so bad.
well, speaking of bad, we had the match that didn't even have a fucking ending. It was Abdullah the Butcher versus One
Oh,
Man Gang.
this was just awful. This is just plain fucking awful.
So
Fucking,
I want to say
I,
they kept saying that everything they're like, oh, this is a singles match. This will be singles competition, right? There was no rules. They never said any rules. All the other matches though, like they were like, oh, fucking sensational Sherry used the chair. Oh, Greg the Hammer Valentine used this fucking thing and whatever, right? But in this match, fucking they just were allowed to just use weapons, I guess, for some reason. Because fucking this was like a fucking for some reason they weren't allowed to use the chairs though, which is fucking
no,
dumb.
no, they got to use, but the thing is, they used the chairs anyway, so it didn't matter, and the ref didn't do anything about it. Like, it didn't fucking matter. So they used like chairs, and fucking One Man Gang used his chain, and fucking then Abdullah the Butcher just pulls out a fork out of his fucking goddamn tin fat rolls, and it's like, bro, like, and then they just were just bleeding everywhere, and then they get counted out, I guess, because that's the only conclusion I could. They just stopped the match, to be completely honest. Like, it's so
Yeah.
fucking dumb,
Yeah, and
bro.
fucking Abdullah the Butcher was bleeding everywhere, One Man Gang was bleeding everywhere, and they're just like, oh, this is a bloodbath, this is a bloodbath, this is a bloodbath. And fucking oh, did you talk about I forgot about this. Did you talk about the part in the Too Cold Scorpio match where they went to the crowd and he legitimately landed on a fucking child?
No, I didn't. Yeah, yeah. So fucking Julio Fantasco like legit drop kicked the child.
Yes.
Like,
And then they didn't even check on him either. They said fuck him.
no, it is a fuck that kid, bro.
Apparently that's what Stan Lane wanted to do to Tessa Blanchard.
I
But
guess, yeah.
yeah, fucking most of this match was Abdullah getting his ass whooped by One Man Gang. By the way, fucking Austin was trying to tell me that Abdullah the Butcher was in his
I
prime
I
during this
thought he was
match.
okay. I was wrong. Okay, I admit I was wrong. I didn't know when Abdullah the Butcher was wrestling. 'Cause I don't watch Abdullah the fucking Butcher. I'm sorry. What I thought he was like big in Japan in the 90s, not in the fucking 70s. How am I supposed to know? Okay, so you know what? Fuck off. Fuck you.
But
You act like you knew that. Okay.
well, I could tell he wasn't in his prime. For God's sake, he was 360 pounds. He could barely get in the ring.
You want to know the worst part about it?
What?
He wrestled until 2009.
Oh my
He
God.
wrestled another 10 years after this.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So,
Uh,
when I mean this is like towards the end of his career, I mean it was like the last fucking 10 years because he had like a 40-year career, Devon. Did you know that? I didn't.
I didn't know he went for that long.
Eh. He went from fucking like 71 to 2009, so close to 40 years, bro.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, this match was just, it was so nothing, dude. None of these matches were anything. And they just stop it for no fucking reason. And should I also mention that the commentators were so upset about the blood getting on their papers, Devon? Like, they were so upset they had to point it out to the camera, bro. Like, look at this. It's blood on the paper. It's blood, bro. Yeah. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. What pussies, dude. Like, honestly.
Oh my god. But yeah, the match didn't even have a fucking ending because they just were fighting and then they just rang the bell and they just didn't say why. And then they just sat there, were beating up the security and hitting the security with chairs. And then they just kept fighting all the way up the stage. And then they're just like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that match had no winner. And we were just like, why? And then they just didn't explain why. And then they're just like, oh, that's why One Man Gang and Abdullah the Butcher are heroes of wrestling.
Bro, if one more person says that, like if one more person would have said that, I would have fucking like found them, dude. Like honestly.
Jesus Christ.
Was Bob Orton and fucking Stuka next?
Yes, Mr. Robot Mike.
Fuck my life, bro. I
I keep telling you, get a better
ah,
fucking headset, but you won't do it.
dude. Is it
What?
still fucked?
Keep talking.
Fucking I hate my life. Hate
I
the
can hear you
show.
now.
Fucking Bob Orton and Snuka. Probably the most boring fucking match on the show, dude. Fucking this match was about Snuka and Bob Orton having a disagreement over poker. I shit you not,
Yeah.
bro. And it was just rest hold upon rest hold upon rest hold upon rest hold upon rest hold. Jesus fuck. Also, Captain Lou Albano was this is his last manager. Julia, fucking I can't even speak. Manager, god damn it, manager role,
Manager.
manager role, ever apparently. Um, fucking, I don't know why. I couldn't tell. This is okay. Like I don't fucking know why. And should you also tell them what they were chanting, Devon, during this entire
So,
match?
first of all, they were chanting for Jimmy Snuka the whole time, and Austin was like, oh, great, they're chanting for the murderer. This match was so fucking boring, by the way, that Austin started looking up how old fucking. Like, it got to the point where he looked up, like, how many fucking wrestlers are, like, younger than Tamina, because Tamina is so fucking old. And fucking. So while this was happening, like, Bob Orton had Jimmy Snuka in a rest hold. That's all this match was. He just kept putting Jimmy Snuka in rest holds because Jimmy Snuka couldn't fucking go anymore. And fucking the crowd started chanting fucking we couldn't tell what it was at first, but once we heard it, we were like, "Oh my god," because they were chanting Bob is a F slur, the homophobic slur, very
Like,
loudly, and the children in the crowd were also chanting it.
bro, it's just with what happened after this too, it just makes it so much worse, the match that happened after.
Yeah.
Like, I just. Like, the crowd was even saying, take it home. There was people saying to take it home. Like, the fucking commentators were saying, please take it home, please.
Yeah. And it fucking took forever. And this match felt so long. It was 11 minutes, by the way.
Oh my god, dude.
It was the second
It
longest match.
it was so bad, bro. It ended with a fucking crossbody from Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah, Jimmy Snuka
That
won.
yeah, the murderer won, bro. Dude, fuck me. Oh, but you know what, Devin?
Hmm.
It doesn't compare to this main event. It doesn't compare, bro.
Yeah.
I have
Fucking.
never seen something more of a train wreck in my entire life, bro.
Um.
Oh,
This main event was basically not 100% the reason, but most of the reason why this is regarded as one of the worst pay-per-views ever, and why even in the title of the video that the person uploaded to YouTube, they put disaster in the title. This was a fucking disaster. If I have ever seen one in my life, I've never seen anything this bad, and we've watched a lot of bad stuff. This was fucking. They had to call so many audibles because Jake the Snake, bro. So before we get the match, we get a promo with Jake the Snake Roberts, and he is fucking plastered out of his mind drunk.
he's gone, bro. He's just
His
gone.
his promo makes no fucking sense at all. What he's saying,
This
and
motherfucker is in outer space. That's how far he's gone. Like,
and he was facing Jim the Anvil Neidhart, by the way. So Jim Neidhart comes out. And Jim Neidhart, when I tell you, he looked so fucking pissed when he came out, and he got in the ring, and then Jake the Snake comes out, and he's got the bag with Damien in it or whatever, and he comes out, and he gets the biggest pop of the night, sadly, and he gets pyro and all this shit. And this man starts fucking stumbling down the fucking ramp, and he stumbles so much so that he trips and slams the snake into the fucking apron, and the snake gets fucking pissed. So Jake like reaches in the bag and he fucking smacks the fuck out of the snake. And
yeah,
then just randomly Jake the Snake just starts walking around the ring like he's in fucking La La Land, and then Jake the Snake just goes back up the ramp, and Jim Name the Neidhart's just looking like, what the fuck is going on? And he goes backstage just to take his shirt off. He comes back and walks all the way down the ramp. And then he just starts walking around the ring and starts high-fiving people. And Jim the Anvil Neidhart just looks so lost. And then he goes over to this woman in the front row and fucking he takes the woman's hands and puts them on his fucking chest and has her caress his fucking nipples and shit while he's like sticking his tongue out. And we're just like, what the fuck? And Jim Neidhart's just looking like, what the fuck is going on? Bro. And it took Jake forever to get in the ring. And then he finally got in the ring. And oh my god, dude, this is so bad. Like Jake could barely fucking stand. He was like stumbling everywhere. And so fucking fucking the match starts and they lock up and Jake can barely even lock up to where when they lock up you visibly see Jim Neidhart tell him to go for an arm drag, and Jake does like the shittiest fucking arm drag I've ever seen. and then they just keep locking up, like they just don't know what to fucking do. And Jim Neidhart is just like scrambling to try to figure out what the fuck to do in this situation because Jake is so gone, dude.
Bro, it gets
And
to a point where he's just Jim Neidhart is so pissed in these rest holds. Like you can see him turn red, and he fucking goes outside the ring because he just doesn't know what the fuck to do, bro. He's just like, oh my fucking god, like
yeah, and he's like progressively getting more and more fucking angry as the match goes on because like Jake goes for the DDT but he fucking falls on his face and Jim gets out of the ring and he starts pacing and we're just like, oh my god, he's getting pissed. And then Jake just keeps trying. It gets to where Jake can't even fucking stand, and Jim has to take him into the corner just so Jake can fucking stand up. And then he just kept falling, and Jim just progressively, you could see that he was getting angrier and angrier. And then fucking, and then Jake all of a sudden is just able to stand up, and then he fucking while Jim Neidhart is just standing there looking confused, he grabs fucking the bag and takes Damien out of the bag, and then he puts Damien between his legs and then starts walking around acting like Damien is his fucking dick. I'm not even joking. And he just starts sticking his tongue
disaster.
out and is just acting like he's jerking off and shit. And Jim Neidhart just gets out of the fucking ring and he's steaming, or he's so fucking mad, right?
It gets worse because then he starts sitting down and laying down, and then he starts kissing the snake
Yeah, he
while
starts
Jim's
fucking
out.
making out with the snake, like tongue kissing the snake. And me and Austin are just like, what the fuck is going on? This is such a disaster, dude.
Like, and Jim's just watching. Like, what the fuck? And this is when King Kong Bundy comes out. And oh, he's fucking pissed.
Yeah.
He's legitimately saying, he's like, this is bullshit. Like, you can hear it in the mic. He's like, this is
Yes.
fucking bullshit. Like, and they both start shooting on Jake. They both just start beating the fuck out of Jake, bro. Can't, bro. I can't. This shit was so bad. This shit was so bad. Like, like,
Fucking King Kong Bundy was fit because the main event was supposed to be King Kong Bundy versus Yokozuna. And because Jake the Snake was so fucking drunk and Jim Neidhart had no idea what to fucking do, fucking he fucking King Kong Bundy just I don't know if they told him to go out there or if he just like took it upon himself to go out there.
it could be either way, bro. At this point, either fucking way. Like,
But he just fucking goes out there and he's just pissed and he's just like, oh, this is fucking bullshit. And then they, like Austin said, they just start shooting on Jake the Snake and they're just like stomping the fuck out of him and whatever. And then all of a sudden, fucking Yokozuna fucking comes out through the crowd, gets no reaction, by the way. So Yokozuna comes out and fucking he he gets in the ring and he's just so fucking fat. And then they like fucking Yokozuna starts brawling with Jim Neidhart and King Kong Bundy, and Jake the Snake is just fucking out laying on the fucking floor. And
he's also flipping everybody off, by
yeah,
the way.
he's just
Like,
flipping everybody off. He doesn't
even
care.
even his own partner, bro. He's flipping off the fans. I think he flipped off a kid at one point, bro.
Yeah, fucking. But so just they're all just fucking fighting, and then the commentators have no fucking clue what's going on, and they're just like, what's going on right now? Like, did that match end? Are we going to the main event now? Are we just gonna start this match now? And all of a sudden they're just like, ladies and gentlemen, this is now a tag team match. And we're just like, what? And they're like, oh, it's King Kong Bundy and Jim Neidhart versus Yokozuna and Jake the Snake. And we're just like, what the fuck? And fucking, it's not like Jake the Snake did anything. He was the legal man, but Jim the Anvil Neidhart was so pissed that he took him to the outside and he
Bro.
kept blasting him in the head with the chair to where he grabbed two chairs and put them together so it was harder and blasted him right on the top of his fucking head, bro. Like, he was fucking red. That's how fucking mad he was. And then,
there was
to make it
somebody telling him
worse,
like,
oh, go ahead.
wasn't there was like somebody telling him, by the way, this is just like, it's gonna be okay, Jim, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah. But they got worse for Jake because right after that, fucking, when we think we're gonna get King Kong Bundy and Yokozuna, King Kong Bundy's just like, hold on a second. He gets out of the ring and then he blasts Jake in the head with a fucking chair too.
It was like one of the most nastiest fucking chair shots I have ever seen, bro.
Yeah. And fucking And then fucking they have to, because Jake is the legal man, they have to basically just drag his fucking dead body into the ring because he's just so gone. And they put put him in the ring, and then it looks like they call an audible, and Jim Neidhart just puts Jake in a sleeper hold, and fucking Jake he just doesn't tap out, and he tries to get out of it, and you can tell Jim is just like, bro, fucking tap. Like, and then Jake just gets out of it, and then they just the whole rest of the match is just them like hitting moves on Jake, and then they try to pin him, and then he kicks out, and they're just progressively getting more pissed because they're just trying to fucking end this shit because they have to call a fucking audible, but Jake is so drunk that he just keeps kicking out, and it's just making King Kong Bundy and Jim Neidhart more fucking angry, so they just keep fucking shooting on him and stiffing him, and oh my god. And
There's
then,
a point where they take both of his shoes off and start hitting him with his own shoes. Like, that's
yes,
how fucking bad it was, bro.
and then fucking, the way it fucking ended was Jake fucking he tags in Yokozuna, and Yokozuna gets in the ring and starts fighting, and then fucking, while he's fighting Jim Neidhart, all of a sudden King Kong Bundy just says fuck this, and he runs and just does a splash onto Jake. 1, 2, 3, and the match is fucking over. Even though Jake wasn't the legal man and King Kong Bundy wasn't the legal man either, and they just fucking called this shit because they said we gotta fucking end this, dude. Like, this was a fucking disaster if I've ever seen one. In my fucking history of watching wrestling and awful wrestling, this has to be by far the worst match that I've ever seen. Like, this was a fucking disaster in every sense of the word. And Jake didn't fucking care either, bro. Like, he just kept flipping people off. Like, there was one part we forgot to talk about where King Kong Bundy got up on the apron, right? And Jake fucking flipped the bird to him, and then Jake fucking started hitting him with fucking shoot punches and was saying fuck you. And King Kong Bundy, this was before it turned into a tag team match, so dead ass, because Jake fucking did that. King Kong Bundy got pissed and he said fuck this, and he got in the ring and started whooping Jake's ass, and it was still a fucking one-on-one match. Bro, this
Fucking
was a fucking disaster. And then after the match, like, I shit you not, right after King Kong Bundy gets the pin, King Kong Bundy and Jim Neidhart, they just get the fuck out of the ring and they start walking up the stage, and fucking they are just so fucking steaming pissed, and they just walk the fuck out, bro. And fucking, and then Jake and fucking Yokozuna are there, but Jake can't even get up to fucking celebrate. And then it just ends. It just fucking ends.
the worst part about it is they were wanting him to do a DDT, but fucking
Yeah,
he couldn't do a DDT. He was so fucking out of it, bro.
Yeah, so he grabbed the fucking snake and put it on the dude that was telling Jim that it would be alright, and then that was just it.
Yeah.
And then the crowd fucking they were oh man, they were pissed. They were fucking booing the shit out of this match, dude. Like this was bad. This was fucking bad. The fact that after this they planned on doing more. They planned to do more after this. Like, I don't know why Jake the Snake got so fucking intoxicated. I know he
This
had
is
like a
when
fucking alcohol problem,
this
but
is when he was like heavily addicted to alcohol, bro. Like heavily.
this was this was something else, man. That's all I'll say. This was something else. And fucking that was where Heroes of Wrestling came to a close. But I'm gonna read some more stuff on here.
Oh god.
So here's a little more info on the production of this event, Austin.
Oh dear god.
So playing off the resurgence in popularity of pro wrestling at the time, Fostone Productions president Bill Stone conceived a series of events consisting of wrestling stars from the 80s and early 90s fighting one another in a series of dream matches. He expressed his surprise that the World Wrestling Federation had not already put on such an event like this. You wonder why the WWF didn't fucking do something like this, bro.
Bro.
Stone intended to run 3 more pay-per-views run on a quarterly basis if an initial target of 40,000 buys was reached. So he was planning to do 3 more of these. He was planning to do fucking 4 each year. Recruitment of wrestlers began in May 1999. Sid Vicious was one of the first to be approached, and he recruited Michael Lombardi, the promoter of Northeast Wrestling, to act as the booker. However, Sid Vicious was signed exclusively by WCW, so did not appear. Why the fuck would they try to get him if he was signed by WCW?
No fucking clue, dude.
Then Vader, Terry Funk, Bam Bam Bigelow, and the Honky Tonk Man were all approached but declined. Additionally, Nick Bockwinkel was advertised for the show but did not
Bro.
appear. Due to WWF-owned trademarks, Yokozuna and the Bushwhackers were referred to with the affix "former" in all advertising. A match was planned involving Too Cold Scorpio and Reckless Youth. Who the fuck is Reckless Youth? Thomas Carter. I don't know who that is.
I don't know either.
In order to break up the slower matches with fast-paced action. However, Youth was signed to a WWF development deal and was replaced by Julio Fantastico. Julio has cited that his appearance on the show as allowing him to obtain more bookings and to connect with more established wrestlers. Yeah, that didn't work out, did it? Then we got also reception and controversy. Let's see this.
Oh great.
Although the event was heavily promoted, it was only purchased by 29,000 households.
Oh.
Additionally, the event itself was considered to be of extremely poor quality. The Wrestling Observer rated it the worst major wrestling event of 1999, with Dave Meltzer giving it a rating of absolute 0. Fucking fucking Meltzer's colleague Brian Alvarez referred the Bushwhackers versus Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov as the worst match that he has ever seen and rated it minus more stars than there are in the universe. PW Insider's Mike Johnson called it one of the worst pay-per-views ever. Then we got color commentary. Minor controversy initially erupted at the beginning of the broadcast due to a last-minute change of commentators. Originally, Gordon Soley was a well-respected figure in the wrestling world with several decades of experience on commentary, had been advertised as one of the commentators, along with Ted DiBiase. However, shortly before the event, Solly fell ill with throat cancer, which he would succumb to 9 months later. And DiBiase was replaced at the last minute by Dutch Mantel. No announcement was made of the change before the show. Neither Solly or his illness were mentioned during the broadcast. Damn, they just did not care.
By the way, we should mention this was dedicated to the Gorilla Monsoon.
Yes, this was in memory of Gorilla Monsoon, bro. That's the very first thing you see is in loving memory of Gorilla Monsoon. And then they put fucking a true hero of wrestling. Solly's replacement, Randy Rosenblum, that's the guy we were talking about, appeared to have little or no knowledge of professional wrestling, delivering what would come to be regarded as some of the worst color commentary ever given at a professional wrestling event. Rosenblum repeatedly made mistakes during the broadcast, such as misidentifying wrestlers' country of origin, and also having to be repeatedly corrected on basic wrestling terminology by his broadcast partners Mantell and Captain Lou Albano, such as when he called an arm drag a reverse slam takedown. Another major source of criticism was Rosenblum's inability to identify a simple drop kick, repeatedly calling the maneuver such things as a flying kick, a flying leg kick, and a leg drop.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Then, the Jake the Snake Roberts incident. The show was originally booked to conclude with a double main event pitting Jake Roberts against Jim Neidhart, followed by King Kong Bundy against Yokozuna. Roberts' problems with drug and alcohol addiction had been well publicized in the preceding years, and his booking in the main event was meant to capitalize on the resurgence in popularity he had enjoyed as a result of his attempts at sobriety. Oh no. Roberts' return to the ring was meant to be the high point of the evening. Oh no. And the match responsible...
it was a high point. Was a high point.
The match was supposed to be responsible for generating the most publicity. Oh, it definitely did that.
Oh, Lord, it did its job. Bro.
However, Roberts suffered a relapse prior to the show and consumed a significant amount of alcohol before arriving. Prior to his match with Neidhart, he had been scheduled to cut a promo in which he would taunt Neidhart, but due to his level of intoxication, Roberts' promo instead consisted of a slurred, incoherent rant consisting largely of wordplay based on the event's casino setting. One particular segment of the rant would go viral after it was posted on WrestleCrap. The quote here is, this is what one of the things he said, "You don't want to play cards with me because I'll cheat. Okay, I cheat. You want to play 21? Well, I got 22. You want to play blackjack? I got 2 of those too. You want to play aces and eights? Baby, I got too many of those too." After the interview, Roberts staggered to the ring with his trademark snake. However, upon reaching the ring, Robert put the snake down and attempted to return backstage, but he then reverted course, returned to ringside, and began greeting fans. Before entering the ring, Robert grabbed a female fan and had her rub her hands on his bare chest. Later, Roberts removed the snake from its bag and simulated masturbation with it. The event's producers cut to wide shots of the crowd during the incident, so the at-home viewers were unaware of what was happening. Jesus Christ, man. Roberts eventually collapsed in the middle of the ring with the snake draped over his body. The supine Roberts then began to attempt to kiss the snake. In an effort to salvage the match, promoter Bill Stone decided on the fly to combine the main events in one tag team event and sent Bundy to team with Neidhart and Yokozuna to team with Roberts. Stone then sent a member of the production crew, Michael Henry, to ringside to consult with the wrestlers. There was no, oh my god, there was no finish planned for this match, as none of the
Oh,
wrestlers involved was willing to take the pinfall. Oh no.
oh my God.
Bundy and Yokozuna had even had it written into their contracts that they could not be pinned or submitted.
Oh my God.
Bundy pinned Roberts by hitting him with a splash after Roberts had staggered and fallen around the ring several
Wait a
times.
minute. Hang on.
Hmm.
Question. If they both had in their contracts that they could not be pinned or submitted, they were going to face each other one-on-one.
It probably would have been like the other match. There probably just would have been no winner. I don't know. Fuck if I know, dude.
Oh,
But Bundy pinned Roberts by hitting him with a splash after Roberts had staggered and fallen around the ring several times. Despite Roberts not being the legal man in the ring, Yokozuna and Henry attempted to salvage the event and Roberts' reputation by trying to goad Roberts into attacking Henry, which was the bald dude, making his behavior appear scripted. Roberts was too inebriated to realize what was happening and remained oblivious to Yokozuna and Henry's attacks. Yokozuna then hit a Samoan drop on Henry to make the entire series of events appear scripted. While Yokozuna attacked Henry, Roberts began to disrobe in the middle of the ring, and the producer. Okay. That's why they cut the feed, because he started taking his clothes off. Jake the Snake started stripping naked, so they had to cut the feed. That's why it
no.
ended so suddenly.
Nah, bro. Nah,
There was
bro.
kids in the fucking audience, bro.
Holy fucking shit.
Dude. Oh,
We didn't see that part. Holy fucking shit.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh, man. That's bad, bro. That's fucking bad. Jake.
Man just started
Jake,
getting
bro.
naked. Oh, this is a disaster, dude. This is. I've never seen anything this bad. I don't think. Like, I've never seen anybody so drunk during a match that they had to call like 10 fucking audibles. Oh my god, dude. It says here, in 2019, Roberts played the role of a card dealer in promotional material for the Casino Battle Royal at AEW All Out, alluding to his Heroes of Wrestling appearance. He completed a drug rehabilitation program with the help of Diamond Dallas Page 5 years later. So, and oh, that's fucking that's all it says here on on Wikipedia. So this entire event was a disaster. Even if it wouldn't have been for the Jake the Snake thing, had that have just been a normal match, this still would have been a fucking terrible show regardless. But that just it took it from being a bad wrestling show to the worst wrestling show ever because of Jake the Snake Roberts, bro. Like like fucking people want to say like the fucking Jeff Hardy Victory Road incident was bad. At least in that they fucking just had Sting hit his finisher and just pin Jeff, so it wasn't a fucking any more of a disaster. But this was like, I don't know why they didn't just have Jim the Anvil Neidhart hit his finisher and pin him. I don't know why this went
Well,
on
that's the
so
thing.
long.
They tried to call so many audibles, Devin, remember? But fucking Jake just wouldn't fucking listen, bro. He kept kicking out. He
Oh
wouldn't
my
tap.
god, your mic.
Fuck it, bro.
Bro, get a new fucking headset, Austin. Damn. Fucking trash. But, fucking, I don't know, man. I just, the fact that they had the balls after this to try to do fucking, that they wanted to do fucking more after that fucking disaster, and the people in the crowd, they fucking left and they were fucking pissed. They were booing the shit out of the fucking main event. Dude, like, they were fucking pissed. So, and they were aiming for 40,000 buys, and they only got like 29,000, I believe. Yes, it was 29,000. So they were not anywhere near the amount of buys that they needed to make a profit and keep doing these. Thank God,
Not even close, thank the Lord.
because I couldn't imagine how much worse it could have got if they made more of these.
I
But
don't think I could have done any more of these, Devin. This was bad enough.
you know, the really sad thing is they had the attendance was 2,300 people. You realize that is higher attendance than AEW has had like the past like 3 months.
That's fucking sad.
This fucking show with this fucking match had a higher attendance than fucking Dynamite the past 3 fucking months. How do you have lower attendance than Jake the Snake using a snake to fucking masturbate in the ring and taking his clothes off and getting naked and fucking all this fucking wild shit, bro? Like, oh my god, dude. But yeah, that was that was Heroes of Wrestling from 1999, the worst wrestling show ever made. So, do you think it lived up to that title, Austin?
Yes.
Well, fucking shouts out to Marky D for
Fuck you,
fucking
Marky
letting
D,
me know about this.
bro. Fucking disaster.
Well, Marky D was saying that he would like to see more awful shows like this
God,
nowadays.
no. Dude. God, no.
There was the video that he talked about it in. He was reviewing a GCW pay-per-view from the beginning of this year, and apparently it's like extremely fucking bad. We could do that, Austin.
No. Dude, no.
But yeah, this was fucking interesting. This is something I'm never gonna forget. I'm never gonna forget this fucking match. Like,
Uh,
you know, as bad as it was, Austin, you gotta admit it was an experience that I don't think we'll
yeah,
ever have again.
yeah.
This is a sad roller coaster ride of a match. Oh my god. Like, I don't even have the words to just describe this, dude. Like, this is one of those situations where you have to watch it yourself to understand how fucking bad this was. Like, to us talking about it does not do it justice. Like, you have to go fucking watch this to understand how fucking bad this was. Like, if you really want to know, this is on YouTube for free. Somebody uploaded this whole pay-per-view on YouTube for free, so you can go watch it. Watch this match. You will understand how much of a disaster this truly was. And by the way, this was the longest match at 16 minutes and 54 seconds.
Jesus.
So if you wanna fucking waste like 20 minutes of your life, check this out, I guess. But the whole rest of the show isn't worth checking out. To be honest, this whole show is not worth watching, but if you just want to see a just true wrestling disaster and you want to just have an experience for 20 minutes of just dying of laughter at how fucking bad a wrestling match could be, then I would recommend checking this out. But fucking yeah, this show was terrible. Everything was terrible. The fucking commentary was awful. The fucking booking was awful. The wrestlers were fucking old and out of shape and past their prime and couldn't go no more. The matches were boring. The crowd was fucking chanting homophobic slurs. Fucking the production was just terrible. The stage looked like shit. The pyro was like some fucking sparklers and bottle rockets, and fucking the promos and backstage segments were poorly edited and didn't look believable at all. Fucking the audio kept cutting out. The fucking video feed was fucking terrible. Everything was bad. Like everything. It's like I said earlier. Everything that could have went wrong on the show went wrong. So I feel that this has officially been the worst thing we've ever watched.
Oh, I've said it
So
already. I said it halfway through this fucking watching the show, Devon. It is the worst fucking thing I've ever seen that we reviewed, bro. Honestly. Dead ass.
yeah, I was asking Austin. I was like, Austin, do you think that we could find anything worse than this? I don't think we can. I don't know if it's possible. Man, we've watched some real bottom of the barrel stuff with like WWA and all that shit. But this is like fucking if those are like in hell, this is like the 13th circle of hell bad. And I don't know if I want to know if anything's worse than this. But I don't know cuz like I said this is known as the worst wrestling show ever. So I don't even think that there could be anything worse, could there?
Don't ask me that. Just because you're gonna jinx it and then you're gonna find it like 5 months later or some shit. Okay? I don't want to know. Okay?
Jesus
If
fucking
something is
Christ.
worse than this, I will cry. Dude. Like I can't do it, bro. I can't. This is almost 3 hours, by the way. Three
Yeah, it
hours.
was 2 hours and 40 minutes long. This was genuinely awful. Like like it felt like you were watching like some fucking indie house show. That's how bad the quality was. But the fact that like people like they paid for this. This was pay per view, dude. People bought
And
this.
you know it was like expensive ass pay per view too. You know it was probably like $60 a fucking a thing too.
I want to try to look it up, but I don't know if it's even gonna have any information. Oh, it
Well, it's
does.
worth a shot. Oh, okay.
The Heroes of Wrestling pay-per-view event cost viewers approximately $20 to purchase.
Really? Wow, that cheap and you people didn't purchase? Thank God, bro. Thank
Can you
God.
blame them? Look at the fucking card. I wouldn't want to purchase
Yeah.
it either. Bro, the only fucking reason that people even know about this is because some motherfucker sat there and just taped it on his fucking VCR. That's like the only reason that this is even still out there, bro. Otherwise, nobody would know about this shit.
Oh, Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
apparently it was $20 to purchase. This price point was slightly less than the typical cost of major boxing and wrestling pay-per-view events at that time. I'm curious, does it so say how much like tickets were like to actually attend it?
I don't know.
So it says It sold for $20. This was the pay-per-view price, but not the cost of an in-person ticket. The event was a failure. The event took place in the Grand Casino. Okay, promotional cost. They spent $350,000 on this event.
Oh, fun.
Can I ask how the fuck this is rated a 3.1 out of 10 on IMDb? Shouldn't it be lower than that?
I don't know.
Fucking has 2 user reviews. It's just worst wrestling pay-per-view of all time. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. The fucking IMDb put the storyline. It says a one-shot pay-per-view featuring wrestling legends at their absolute worst.
Oh,
So here's a bit of trivia. It says future plans for more shows were canceled due to low buy rate, horrible critical reaction, and worst of all, Jake the Snake Roberts' drunken performance. Due to yeah, we know about Gordon Soley during. Oh my god! So he wasn't even commissioner the whole time. He was announced as commissioner during the show.
oh, oh my god.
Oh my god! This is fucking. Oh my god! It just says some of the same stuff as fucking as Wikipedia. Just trying to see if there's anything else. Nope, that's all IMDb says about it. I wanted to see fucking if anybody had any information on like how much they paid for tickets or something. Because unless this was just free at the fucking casino, but I doubt that it would just be free, right? Like, especially
I
since
doubt
they were
it.
trying to like get a high buy rate and shit. Like, I doubt it was free.
Yeah.
I can't find any info on it. Well, if you're somebody out there that's watching this, if you actually attended this show, please can you comment below how much did you pay for a ticket to go to this? We would like to know that. Um, fucking, but you have anything else to say about this fucking shit show? Because I don't.
No, I don't.
Well, that was Heroes of Wrestling from 1999, the one and only worst wrestling show ever. So, fucking whatever we do from here, like whenever we do Wrestling Society X, whenever we start doing that or any other fucking shit that we find, it's not probably not going to be as bad as this. Like, I think this has officially set the bar as low as it can go for wrestling. So,
It's so fucking sad, bro.
but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, fucking don't get fucking plastered and try to go have a fucking wrestling match. It's not going to end well at all. Matter of fact, if you're a promoter out there, don't do this. Don't try to get a bunch of fucking washed up legends to wrestle on a pay-per-view. Just don't. There's a reason that they're past their prime. There's a reason why they don't have a place in the wrestling business anymore. Like, stuff like the Hall of Fame and shit, that's fine because they deserve that at least, but not this. Do not do this. Please, God, don't anybody ever attempt this again. Fucking, I'm glad that Jake the Snake Roberts at least, got himself help and he's sober now because of DVP. So I'm glad that he was able to turn his life around. Because I actually I watched fucking because Jake the Snake and DDP, they were on Undertaker's podcast that I was listening to, and like Jake the Snake was talking about how like if he wouldn't have like got DDP to help him, that he probably would have killed himself because that's how like depressed he
Jesus.
was and like how much issues he had and shit. So I'm glad that he was able to get his life turned around and that he's a lot happier now and he's been
Oh
able
yeah.
to live some happy years. So, besides the fact that he was in AEW and just did nothing there. But I digress.
Yeah.
Is he still signed there, by the way?
I think so. Yeah.
But they don't even use him. The last thing they did was like he traded Lance Archer to the fucking Don Callis family, and then Jake the Snake got traded to fucking LFI, and then they just have done nothing. So,
Yep.
but at least he's fucking sober. So there's that. But
Yeah.
it's also crazy looking at this show. Like a lot of these wrestlers are fucking dead now. Like King Kong Bundy's
Yeah.
dead, Yokozuna's dead, Jim Phil Neidhart's dead, fucking Iron Sheik's dead. Is Nikolai Volkov dead?
I don't think so.
Fucking I
I
know
think one of the Bushwhackers is dead.
I know Too Cold Scorpio's not dead because he's still in GCW. He's still wrestling. Abdullah the Butcher is dead, isn't he?
When I looked up Abdul the Butcher, it didn't say he was dead.
Mm,
It said he was 84.
damn, he's still kicking.
Since Sensational Sherry and I think George the Animal Steel are both dead.
Jesus Christ. I think Greg the Hammer Valentine's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Is
Lou
Cap?
Albano
Is,
is dead. Yeah.
oh yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sure you're
And
happy
Jimmy
about that one.
Snuka.
Yeah, I know Jimmy Snuka's fucking dead. Fucking.
Fucking Lou Albano. I'm not happy that he's dead. I just don't want him on commentary. Like, bro, I just, bro, if he would stay off commentary, I liked him in the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, man. Like, but I just don't like him on commentary.
You know what Austin was also telling me? I forgot to say this. During Jimmy Snuka's match, Austin was telling me like the really unfortunate part was this like when this happened, this was like around the time that Jimmy Snuka fucking murdered that woman. So
Yeah.
so yeah, there's that bit of information. So um
Yep.
fucking I know. Oh yeah, Sika is another one that died. He died. What
Yep.
was it, last year? Alpha
Yep.
and Sika died,
They both died. Yep.
and I would guess fucking Samu and Fatu or whoever is still alive. So
Yeah.
man, it's fucking. I know
I
Marty
wish Marty
Jannetty's still got
Jannetty.
to be alive, right?
I wish he was dead, man. He's got no purpose, bro. Like,
Is fucking Tommy Rogers alive? Let me see.
I don't fucking know.
Tommy Rogers, is he dead or is he not? He is dead. He died in 2015.
Oh shit. Okay.
He was only 54. Damn.
God damn.
Fucking. Is One Man Gang alive or is he dead?
I think he might be dead.
One Man Gang. Let's see. He. He's still alive.
He is, really.
He's
That's good.
65.
That's good.
Yeah. And I know you said Abdullah the Butcher is alive. I'm gonna guess fucking Julio Fantastico is probably alive. So, I mean, I'll look it up just in case, but yes, he's still alive.
Okay.
He's 53 now.
God damn.
Is anybody from the show I'm fucking missing? I know
I
fucking,
don't know.
Dutch Mantel is still alive because he has a fucking podcast. Fucking
I think that's everybody. I think.
oh, what about fucking Bob Orton? Is he dead?
Oh no, he's not dead.
How fucking old is he? 74. God damn. Let me see if I'm assuming Tully Blanchard is still alive because he's still in AEW, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still alive.
He's 71. Jesus. What about Stan Lane? Is he dead? Nope, he's 72.
God damn.
Jesus Christ. Man, there's fucking a lot of old people. You said Nikolai Volkov was alive, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Let me see. Just to double check. Nope, he's dead.
Oh shit.
He
Okay.
died in 2018.
Shit.
He was 70. He died of dehydration, apparently.
God damn.
But I was not expecting to see that. Fucking. Let me see which one of the bushwhackers died. It seems wrong to search this, but which one of the bushwhackers is dead? Bush. No, no, my God. Bushwhacker Butch is the one who is dead, having passed away in April 2023 at age 78. Fucking the other one is still alive. It doesn't say how old he is though. So, fucking man, just so many people on this show are fucking dead now. It's just sad.
Yeah.
Like, and everybody else who's not dead is, excuse me, is up there in fucking age. So, but yeah, man, that's crazy. But yeah. Anyway, we can fucking end this now. Finally. God damn, it's fucking 3 in the morning now. But yeah, fucking. That was fucking Heroes of Wrestling 1999. The curseness, the ungodliness, the worst wrestling show ever of all time that you'll ever see that's ever existed. Jake the Snake Roberts fucking caused a disaster, and yeah, fucking. I think we officially hit the bottom of the barrel, so hopefully there's nowhere to go but up from here with whatever we watch. So
There he is. You just jinxed it. Now, like the next thing we watch is gonna be bad, like awful. So thanks for that.
you're welcome.
Fuck you.
But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, fucking don't get fucking old and fucking out of shape and try to wrestle, please.